Welcome to Dobby Repairs. I'm Dobby the Fixing Elf, and this is what's in my toolbox, the series where I show you the tools I use to repair cars and fix things. So let's find out what's in my toolbox today. And in this installment, we have the US.PRO 6217, which is a ratcheting caliper spreader. And more on this in just a moment. Before we get any further into the video, I just want to ask you to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me and the channel out. It'll help the channel keep growing so I can bring you more tools like this, as well as the repair videos that you see fairly regularly on the channel. But getting back to this tool itself now. Oh, and I also should mention, somewhere down here where my finger is, there's a button that says hype. If you're watching this within the first week of the video, if you hit that button, it'll give me hype points. It'll help the channel grow and get spread out further to more people, so more people can share in the channel and hopefully help the channel grow a bit quicker. Anyway, moving on to the tool now. It's a fairly simple tool. It's got a ratcheting mechanism on it, and then all you have to do is ratchet. I'm going the wrong way. That's tightening it. And this is making it go wider, so it spreads out, as you can see on the camera. Fairly decent. Obviously, you need pressure on it to ratchet. If you haven't got any pressure on it, it doesn't ratchet. It just three spins, and you can move this little arm anywhere in a 360 range, so it makes it really handy. So if you've got a caliper like here, you can ratchet it, but if you've got one sort of like that angle, you need to ratchet it like that, you can. Which is quite good and quite handy. And this is for all of your front brake caliper pistons, so it'll do your singles, your doubles and your quads, and it works really well on all of them. I have got some photos in action. Like I said, there's a bit of a learning curve to it. If you're not quite familiar with it, it can get a bit difficult. In the video you'll see, in the clip you'll see in a moment, you see me leaving the old brake pad in. That's just to give me a bit more extra pressure on this. The whole idea of it really is you set it up to whatever size you want. So, say I'm going to do a caliper a bit wide on this. I wind it out a bit, and then wind this side out a bit so we get some pressure, and then ratchet away to get it to push the piston back in. Obviously, when you're pushing your piston back in, make sure you've opened your brake fluid reservoir. Helps prevent any damage in that. Useful trick to know. And then you just wind it back in when you're done. Obviously, I'm going to wind it that far back in. And like I said, it does basically any size. Obviously, if you do find that this gap, you can't get any pressure on it when you're trying to ratchet it down, put one of the old brake pads back in and use that to give you a bit of extra pressure, and then you'll soon be able to push the caliper back into the location it needs to be and fully see it so you can put your new brake pads on. And it works really well for that. Yes, I've used it on a few jobs now, and it seems to do alright. Like I said, it is a bit of a harder method than like using a C-clamp or you're leaving it back with a screwdriver. It is more effective on the more stubborn, especially if you're working on doubles or quad brake calipers. They're really hard to do with that method. With this, literally pop it in, and even if you've got like the wider calipers that this isn't wide enough to cover all the pistons, if you use the old brake pads, it will definitely it'll give you a bit more spread and more load, so you can push them back easier. So really useful to remember that. And yeah, really handy little thing. As you can see, it's a bit grubby from what I've used it on a lot of, well, not a lot of brake jobs, but a few brake jobs now. I definitely have enjoyed using it. Definitely the first time I used it, I wasn't as keen on it as other methods, but the more I've used it, if you do a lot of brake jobs, this is a no-brainer. If you're just doing one brake job, again, the price is fairly inexpensive, definitely worth picking up and make your life easier. You ain't got to muck around with clamps, and you get your, nothing worse than thinking you've got your brake caliper wound back far enough, and then you try to put your caliper on the disc and you can't get it on. That is really annoying, speaking from experience. And yeah, these seem to work really well for that. Like I said, when you've got your doing this sort of job, make sure you've got your brake caliper, your brake reservoir open, should I say. So my brain went dead then, sorry about that. and it helps you, like I said, easily push them back in. And one of the key features I like about it is the fact that the handle can move 360, so it really does help. Sometimes, like if you're doing brake jobs, you find yourself in some awkward spots, and it's like, well, that's not really the most ideal place to get a clamp in. Sometimes you can get a clamp on it, but it's just difficult, and you don't want to damage your brake line, so this definitely helps with that. Just make sure you get a firm hold of the caliper, as you'll see in the footage I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, definitely like a handy little thing. I'm going to see that footage now, and we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. And as you can see, we've got the old brake pad in, as I said earlier in this video. And yeah, we're just going to ratchet it down and going to push the caliper back. This caliper piston isn't that far out. There we are, we've got it done now. Once it goes tight, you're normally done. Obviously use a visual inspection to make sure the caliper isn't seized up or anything. And then getting it out is a bit harder. You have to get a good grip of it, and once you get a good angle on it, it should be quite easy. And this is from the mini video that I showed you guys the other day. And once it's out, you can take the old brake pad out. You don't always have to use the old brake pad. It depends on the space between the caliper piston and the other side. So now you've seen this in action, I'm going to give you my final thoughts in just a moment. I just want to kind of pick out a few little issues you may face with it. Definitely I've faced with it. If you overextend these, so for instance, we're going the wrong way with that one, but if you wind it in too far, that can happen. And if that does happen, it's a fairly straightforward fix. Just wind the caliper, the piston out a bit. I'm going the wrong way, like so. Put your little O-ring back on. That keeps like falling off. So just be careful of that, and then line up this little notch in your plate. And then put some weight on it, and it'll clip back into place, and then you're fine. Just so you know, that is something to watch out for. Especially when you go the wrong way. Sometimes you can tighten and you loosen it, the plate will fall off, and it's really annoying. But overall it works really well. Really nice ratcheting mechanism on it. Once you figure out that it needs pressure on it, and that is the biggest learning curve, because there's also another O-ring on this side, as you mentioned. They just help retain the pads and stop you rubbing against the inner pistons. So just in here, if I can just get the angle right, let me try and make it a bit wider for you. So there we are. As you can see, just in here, there's a little O-ring at the back here, and that one we put back on, and it just stops it rubbing on this central piston collar. And obviously, when you have got it fully pressed up the caliper, it can be quite hard to retract. So just have to get a firm grip and give it a good pull. But overall, it's not terrible. Now I'm going to move on to my final thoughts now. I've covered that little issue that you may come across. I'm going to give this a 3-spanner rating. There are definitely better ones out on the market. This US.PRO one does the job, and for the price it is really effective. Overall, it's a handy little tool. Definitely going to make your life easier. Do you need it for every brake job? No. Is it nice to have? Definitely. Like I said, so that's why I'm getting a 3-spanner rating. Really handy little tool for doing brake pistons, especially if you're doing a lot of them in a day. You don't want to keep fighting stuff, just grab this in, ratchet it down, push the piston back, job done. Move on to the next side, or the other side, same thing. And the more you use it, the easier it gets to use, so that is a plus. I think, like for me now, this is the only thing I'm going to be using for front brake calipers moving forward. It's definitely worth investing in. And a huge thank you to my Fixing Club members, Mako, Rodney, Jason, Sebi and Mr. R. Thank you all for support, it really helps me in the channel out. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps both the channel and me out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post 2 videos a week, so by subscribing you'll never miss a thing. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone. Here at Dobby Repairs, we're all about helping you learn how to work on your vehicle safely and showing you don't need to spend a fortune on tools to get the job done. Want to support the channel further? Become a member starting at just 99p. Members get perks like early access to videos and more exclusive content. Keep fixing, and I'll see you in the next one.